From the first battle to the last stand, this is for every fan who loves it. I am Dr. Love, and this is Aaron Love's Wrestling. Yeah! Turn the lights on, hear the crowd ignite. Heartbeat pounds on a Friday night. From the territory days to the modern age, every ring's a war, from every match to every stage. I grew up on legends, I learned to believe in heroes, villains, the blood, and you can see the love I have. It is all on my sleeve, from Dusty Rhodes to Bright Marquee. Wrestling is in my blood, there's no hate in me. Hear the roar when the music hits, goosebumps when the champion appears. Every style, every fight, every ring, one love for the business. I am here to bring the love and the passion in every review. Aaron loves wrestling. AEW, WE, NWA, New Japan, TNA. It doesn't matter about the brand, I love it all. Aaron loves wrestling. My heart is in the ring. No walls, no wars, just the passion for the business that I bring. Aaron loves wrestling. Fire, one world, one voice, taking us higher. A-L-W-A-R-O, Monday Night Raw to Friday Night SmackDown, Saturday Night Main Event under the neon lights. NXT has the rising stars, the future is looking pretty bright. Dreams get built in every fight, from Wednesday Night Dynamite to Saturday Night Collision. New Japan battles, hearts on fire, from the Tokyo Dome to Arena, Mexico. In every zone, every style's a kingdom, every ring is a throne. Give away to AAW, every New Japan pride. TA live, always AWA on the rise. Different banners with the same love and passion pounding in us all. Aaron loves wrestling. Every brand, it doesn't matter about the three letters, from the local hall to the global star. Oh my God, that sound, when the entrance hits, we are all ready to start. Aaron loves wrestling, side by side. No tribal lines, just love for the business worldwide. This is wrestling. This is wrestling. Cuddy fights for the dreams of us all in red, white, blue. Hangman doesn't stay down, he is always fighting for redemption. Mox bleeds for the business, bringing out the passion in us all. Okada is the rainmaker, the money rains down with every title reign. Cena's never giving up the fight. Fear strikes in the heart of man when Undertaker appears. Sting is the vigilante that every villain fears. Legends will always be remembered, they never retire in our hearts. They will live on forever. From Flair to Michaels, from Hogan to Cena, from Omega's rise to acknowledging Reigns. Different paths but the same damn ring, same damn love for professional wrestling. Say it loud, I love wrestling. Say it proud, I love wrestling. No hate, no tribalism, just love for the business until the end of time. No logos on your chest. If you love this business, then you're the best. No keyboard warriors, no hate, no lies. Just respect when the warriors rise. From the curtain rise to the final pin, we all are chasing that moment when the bell rings. It's more than title belts, it's more than glory. It's our love for professional wrestling in every story. To pull your hearts up, it's all one love. Every fan's got a place, from every city to every nation. We're united by a love for professional wrestling. Aaron loves wrestling. Hear the crowd with every chant, every heartbeat, and with every tear. Aaron loves wrestling. This is our life. From the rise of a hero to the falling of wrestling. Never ends. From This is for every fan who loves it. I am Dr. Love, and this is Aaron Love's Wrestling. Yeah! Turn the lights on, hear the crowd ignite. Heartbeat pounds on a Friday night. From the territory days to the modern age, every ring's a war, from every match to every stage. I grew up on legends, I learned to believe in heroes, villains, the blood, and you can see the love I have. It is all on my sleeve, from Dusty Rhodes to Bright Marquee. Wrestling is in my blood, there's no hate in me. Hear the roar when the music hits, goosebumps when the champion appears. Every style, every fight, every ring, one love for the business. I am here to bring the love and the passion in every review. Aaron loves wrestling. AEW, WENWA, New Japan, TNA. It doesn't matter about the brand, I love it all. Aaron loves wrestling. My heart is in the ring. No walls, no wars, just the passion for the business that I bring. Aaron loves wrestling. One world, one voice. Take
How's it going, everyone? Dr. Love is back, and I'm here with the NXT New Year's Evil review. It was a great show. I enjoyed it. I love NXT. NXT is a lot of times better than Raw and SmackDown, in my opinion. Tonight was a really good show. There were just a few things that I disagreed with, but overall, I thought it was a good and decent show. And I don't know why we couldn't have Leon Slater defeat Oba Femi tonight. I'll talk about that here in a minute. We had Oba Femi defeat Leon Slater and retain the NXT World Championship, and then he laid the title down in the middle of the ring and then walked away. So that is the indication that Oba Femi has vacated the title, and he is now going to either Raw or SmackDown. I'm thinking SmackDown. And I just disagree with that. Why couldn't we just have Leon Slater win and he holds the title for a little while, at least until after their debut on AMC, get some pull of the ratings in that. But same old WWE, they can't put over other promotions' talent. They just got to keep doing their own thing, and it's got to be their talent going over. So, but I thought it was a good match, really great match. And then we had Tatum Paxley defeat Izzy Dame in a fire match. Jacy Jayne defeat Kendal Grey. Izzy Dame is now the new NXT Women's North American Champion by defeating Thea Hail. And then we had Ricky Saints declare that he's coming after the NXT World Title. We don't care who's holding it, but not nobody's holding it. So let's check the chats. We got Jake, the original tribal chief.
Acknowledge me.
That's right. Acknowledge him. What's going on, Jake? What'd you think of NXT? Give me your thoughts. But first, let's go down. Let's go and get into this. We first had there's going to be Blake Monroe and Thea Hail for the NXT Women's North American Championship, but Blake Monroe came out and attacked Thea Hail and continued to attack her. The referees and security had to go out there to pull her away. And then eventually, while that chaos was going on, Ricky Saints music hits, and then he comes out and he cuts a great promo to open the show, talking about how he's going to win back his NXT World Championship, talking about how Javon Evans and Oba Femi are leaving, and Trey Williams are leaving because he is now the new top star on NXT. And cuts a great heel promo. I love Ricky Saints. I really hate that he didn't get his time in AEW that he should have. Tony Khan had a star on his hands and he let him walk. And now we see him in WWE and he's shining, and he's going to be a main event player. He really is. Ricky Saints, he is he's got the promo, the in-ring skills, the full package. So I love Ricky Saints, and I'm excited for him. And he's going to be, I believe he's going to become an NXT World Champion again, and also be a two-time NXT World Champion. So we'll see that soon. Due to all that going on after the promo, Ava, the NXT general manager, basically was frustrated that chaos was breaking out, and she got on one of those backstage producer mics, I think it was, or headset, and then she was telling the production team to go to the Izzy Dame and Tatum Page package, and we're to that match next. That's going to be next. So get it going so we get this match started. It's pretty funny. Excuse me. It's pretty funny, but I'm not a fan of the one that likes to peel back the curtain and showing that side of things. But it made a good, funny segment. And so after that, we got a good video package between Izzy Dame and Tatum Paxley. They have a really good feud going on, and I think it just ended tonight. They had a really great match, phenomenal match. And at one point during the match, Tatum Paxley hits a Spanish fly on Izzy Dame, and that was an amazing spot right there. And then Tatum Paxley's finishing move, the Cemetery, that is a great finishing move as well. I think her and Sol Ruka's got one of the two best finishing moves in WWE NXT, the Soul Snatcher and then the Cemetery. I like both of those, the creative behind it and just something different. But I really liked it. I really did. And the match, to me, overall, this was a good A plus match. Probably my match of the night because these two women put on a great match. And again, for the second night in a row, we had the women not only open up the show, but a lot of their matches were great. Last night on Raw, you had the women open the show, and the WWE Women's Tag Team title match was a great way to open up the show, and it was the best match of the night, in my opinion. And then we had the Tatum Paxley and Izzy Dame do the same here tonight. After that, we have we had a backstage segment with Thea Hail. Ava and Blake Monroe. Ava, the NXT general manager, Blake Monroe. Blake Monroe was talking about how Ava should hand her over the NXT Women's North American Championship. Ava said, "Nah, you're banned from the building. Get out of here." So now Blake Monroe's banned. I'm thinking that's the way of sending her off, and she's about to get called up to either Raw or SmackDown. That's just what I'm thinking. So we're going to have her banned from the building, and then she's going to go up to either Raw or SmackDown. I think she'll make a great film. SmackDown needs more of the star power over there. Raw's got plenty of it. You got Rhea Ripley, Becky Lynch, Maxine Dupree, Io Sky, the Kabuki Warriors. And I know they're just not really brand exclusive rosters, but we see these superstars on this brand more than we did the other. So I think Blake Monroe would be a great addition to the SmackDown Women's roster and even the United States title picture and even the WWE Women's title picture. She carried the AEW Women's World title really well. Put her up there with the WWE Women's title and eventually have her win it. But I think that might be, in my opinion, I'm thinking that's their way of sending her off out of NXT and onto the main roster. So after that, we get the NXT Women's title match with Jacy Jayne and Kendal Grey, and this was a great match as well. I just thought Tatum Paxley and Izzy Dame was better. This match was awesome as well. I loved this match, and Kendal Grey and Jacy Jayne came out balling. And for a lot of you that criticize Jacy, I've seen a lot of the criticism of Jacy Jayne. They don't think she's over. They don't like her. I've seen some of the criticism, but Jacy Jayne is great, and she's a great talent, in-ring talent, great wrestler, and she's really good on the mic. I mean, yeah, there's room for improvement, but I mean, hey, she is the NXT Women's Champion for a reason. She is the star of NXT, one of the top stars of NXT. Eventually, she'll get called up to the main roster, and then when she does, she will have her spot on the main roster. And I think SmackDown will be another good spot for her to add, to be added onto that brand. But we had Jacy Jayne defeat Kendal Grey. I really thought Kendal Grey was going to get her time here with the NXT Women's Championship. Kendal Grey is over, and she's doing great with the Evolve Women's Championship. But sadly, she came up short, and they're not moving on from Jacy Jayne. They're going to keep the belt on her, and she's going to continue on with the NXT Women's World Title. So Jayne continues her dominant run with the title. We'll see who is the next challenger for the NXT Women's Championship. So we had another great segment with Ethan Page. He's out there with his North American Championship. And then you have everybody else start coming out. Tavion Heist, Jasper Troy, by the way, he is going to be a future NXT champion. He is, I think he'll be a great NXT North American champion as well. Jasper Troy is really great. I love Jasper Troy. I love the look, the character, the theme. His theme is amazing. I love that rock theme, and I love his wrestling abilities. Jasper Troy, to me, he's going to, in my opinion, going to be the next Oba Femi. He's going to eventually start dominating on NXT. He'll get pushed as well, and that's what I love about Jasper Troy. That's what I love that he's doing in NXT. He's got that Speed Championship, which I think they need to get rid of. Both the Speed titles, they're just participation trophies, and they have no credibility whatsoever. There's no point to them. I don't like the Speed timer and all that because it just, I don't like it. I don't like it at all. I disagree with the Speed Championship, and I just wish they would get rid of it altogether. Now, after that, we had the Thea Hail comes out, and she, early on in the show, she put out a open challenge for the NXT Women's North American Championship. Tatum Paxton comes out, and of course some other women on the roster, and then the Shilling, not the Shilling, the Culling. I don't know what it said, Shilling. The Culling comes out, and they assist of keeping the other women off, and Izzy Dame gets in, and then they ring the bell, and it's official: Izzy Dame versus Thea Hail for the NXT Women's North American Championship. Great match by the women as well, really good match, and Izzy Dame comes out victorious, and she is now your new NXT Women's North American Championship. Dame over for Thea Hail, and she was pretty good champion for a little short run. She had her time with the title, but now we got Izzy Dame with the title, and I think she's going to be a great champion on top of that. We now have the Oba Femi versus Leon Slater match, which is a great match, in my opinion. Great way to end the show, great main event. Good solid A for this match. Femi successfully defends the title, and then after he defends the championship, he does the lights go dark behind him, and you see his silhouette. He's doing his thing in the ring, and then he kisses the NXT championship, looks at it, and puts it down in the middle of the ring. He walks out, and then you have it cut backstage with Ava talking to some of the Evolve roster, talking about with some of these call-ups from NXT in the main roster is going to be spots for Evolve, and I like that part of the segment because it's showing like, hey, well, now that we got spots full, y'all are up next from Evolve, and I like that because I really want because I really like to see new talent on NXT. A lot of the wrestlers have been on NXT for a while now, should have been called up a little while ago, but they got their time now, and we're going to see some new fresh faces on NXT from Evolve. And then you had Mr. Stone come back there and told Ava what Oba Femi did with the title in the ring, and then it shows the vacated title, and it shows some upset fans in the background. They didn't like that. So that is how NXT goes out the air and the end of the show. Again, solid show in my opinion. Good solid A for me. NXT is a really great show every Tuesday night. And if you're not watching it, you should. That's the future of WWE right there. If you want to get behind some future talent, go watch NXT and go see what they got coming. You're going about to see some new faces on the main roster with Oba Femi and Trick Williams and some other faces. And eventually we're going to see them on the main roster as well. But I didn't like the title, how they did that. Like, why couldn't just Oba Femi lose? And Leon Slater defeats him for the championship, is the new NXT champion, holds the title for a little while. Of course, until after the TNA debut on AMC next Thursday on the 15th. And then after that, at the next PLE, he drops the title to Ricky Saints. Well, why couldn't have the NXT done that? I disagree with that booking decision. I did. But other than that, some of the highlights: Jacy Jayne wins the NXT Women's North American Championship. I think she's going to have a really good reign. Oba Femi puts the title down in the middle of the ring and exits, basically sending the message he's vacating the title. Blake Monroe is banned from the NXT arena, which, in my opinion, I think that's where she's going to be pushed up to the main roster. She's going to be called up. I think that's their way. That's going to be their way of doing so, which is weird because she hasn't even been the NXT Women's Champion yet. So I might be wrong on that. They're just doing this for a little while, give her some time off, and then when she comes back, she'll go after the NXT Women's Championship. But you never know; they could be calling her up. Ricky Saints was a great promo to start out the show. So that's some of my highlights from the show. I really liked this NXT. Great way to kick off the year. I'm ready to see what happens next week. We got some matches set up next week. The WWE Speed title is on the line with Tavion Heights and Jasper Troy. You got the TNA International Championship on the line with Shiloh Hill going up against Stax. So NXT next week's going to have some great matches on it as well. Some titles on the line. Let's go to the chats. We got Stampede in the building. Y'all go follow him on X. He's great. It's his new account right here. So I'm happy with his old account, so go support him and follow his new account. He says, so that had a very over talented Oba Femi give the rub to nobody on his way out. That's right. They could have gave the rub to Leon Slater on that one. Have him win and defeat Oba Femi, get that kind of rub, and put him over even more. But nope, he lost. I disagree with that booking decision. I really do. What was it you liked most about Thea Hail's very good reign? It was a good reign. It was good for her, is what I'm saying. It's like she has been a fan favorite with the NXT crowd, and it was good to see her with a title. Maybe it's some glimpse in the future for future reigns. But she's a fan favorite because of her character and who she is. She's loved by the fans. So with that is why I thought it was a good reign. You know, give her the title reign to kind of appease the fans there, in my opinion. So there was also zero payoff to the Thea Blake Monroe story, right? Yeah, because if this is WWE's way to move Blake Monroe up to the main roster, I mean, this was I agree with you, Stampede. It's a poor way to end the story with these two. I disagree with this booking decision as well. They could have just had it to where she successfully defends the title, or she or she loses the title to Blake Monroe, and then Blake Monroe would drop it to Jacy Jayne, maybe with the beginning of the attack. They get in the ring. They can have the match. She wins, and then Ava, to get back at Blake, she can say, hey, you're going to do this open challenge match. And by the way, if you lose, not only you lose the title, you're banned from the arena. And then that way they could have ended that story, put the title on Jacy Jayne. We could have got Jacy Jayne versus Blake Monroe, and then it would send Blake Monroe off to Raw or SmackDown. To me, that's how I booked that one. That's how they do that one. To kind of end the story right there. They never gave Thea the reign. It was an accident. LOL. True. Yeah, it was a poor. Uh, it was poor by the referee, and that's why their referees are important. A lot of people don't think referees are important. Referees kind of get overlooked, but if you have a bad referee, such as what happened with the accidental count, and not only that, with some other referees, and some of their count cadences are off. They're not really selling it in the ring as far as basically showing that they're the authority figure, that they are the ones in charge of this match. Um, that's why referees are really having a good referee is really important, because if you don't, that's where you can get accidental counts like this. And then what do? You can't just let's redo the match or the next week. Hey, let's forget about the whole thing. She didn't win. Blah blah blah. No, I like how they still continue on with that story. Like, hey, it was a fluke and all that. Blake Monroe was even leaning into it. So I liked how they could at least was like, yeah, we met. It was a mess up, but we're going to keep rolling with it. So, but that's why referees are important. That's why good referees are important. It wasn't the ref's fault. He did the right thing. Blake had the win knocked out of her. So that's what happened. For the longest I thought she or that he just did the 3. So she got the win knocked out of her? Huh. Well then. So, but even still, my point's still true. You still need good referees. But man, so that's not so Blake Monroe got the win knocked out of her and she couldn't get up from the pin. Well, I mean, they could still like Thea Hail kind of just, I guess, let up and not not stay down with the pin, because she could eventually recover from that in the ring, but getting her air back, just they kind of roll over, and it would look sloppy. It would, and of course it'll be pointed out on the IWC, but they could have just easily kind of rolled over and then kind of get their air right there, continue out the match. And if Blake Monroe is supposed to successfully defend that title, then eventually do that, in my opinion. They had no choice but to roll with it. They had no more shows scheduled till tonight. Yep, they had no choice. So that's what they did. That's how they get the title off of Thea Hail. And not only that, this is how they're going to send off Blake Monroe onto the main roster. And the Thea Hail Blake Monroe story just kind of is going to fizzle out. That's how it's going to happen. Thea's not experienced enough to recover on the fly like that. She doesn't have enough in-ring reps. Yeah. That's why they're still in NXT. They're still learning. That's why they're wrestling in front of 50 people in that performance center. So Thea Hail she still got some work. A lot of the talent in NXT do have work, but some of the ones that are standing out and they are over and have done really good in NXT, such as Oba Femi, Javon Evans, Trick Williams, Blake Monroe, Jordan Grace. They're all getting their call-ups. So this is long overdue, but, I mean, you got to have NXT with some star power as well to draw the fans, but you can't hold on to them for too long. I just hope some of these call-ups, though, don't get lost in the mix on the main roster. That's my concern, because that was a big thing that happened under Vince McMahon. Anytime there was some great talent that came up from the NXT roster, Vince McMahon would not only totally change them, but then just, I don't know what, he just don't know what to do with them. So I just hope Triple H does better in this aspect. When they get a call-up from NXT, they're kind of, I'm not saying title match or anything, but put in meaningful story feuds, putting meaningful feuds with stories. Maybe some mid-card title matches later down the road, but some meaningful stories to kind of get them in on the main roster more and to introduce them so that way they can be won over by the crowd. So that's what I think that should happen. I know that Oba Femi, in my opinion, I think he should come out the gate, go and answer the open challenge for the United States Championship, win it, and then go on an impressive record-breaking United States title reign, just like Gunther did with the IC title. So he can do that on SmackDown, and eventually, after he gets done with that and some more feuds, then he could get in that WWE title picture. That's what I think. But Trick Williams, you could just put him in some meaningful feuds. Having a throwback to Carmelo Hayes on the main roster would be interesting, but this feud with Sami Zayn would be good. And then when we get Jordan Grace up there, see where she's going to be at. She's going to be for the United States title picture and the WWE Women's title picture. We'll see. Javon Evans as well on Raw. We'll see what happens with him. So, Thea is not experienced. Oh, wait. Wrong comment. That happens with Paul, too, on numerous occasions. Yeah, it has. It has. Because we've had some call-ups from NXT recently, and they haven't been in meaningful feuds, or they haven't been in any kind of good matches, or some of the signings he had, not signups, some of the signings that he's done with the free agency, like Ray Phoenix. Like, he got out of AEW contract, but look what he's doing now. I mean, he's jobbing people on SmackDown. He's had some good matches. He's had some really good matches, but him just continuing to lose, I just, like, what are we doing? I don't know. Like Ray Phoenix, I just feel like he just, the good old saying, the grass ain't greener on the other side. Maybe money-wise, he's getting a lot of green that way. But as far as Tony Khan had Ray Phoenix and Penta off of AEW for a long while, but some of that was due to injury. They got injured. So, but I don't know. Some of the recent signings Triple H has had with WWE, so Penta had some great matches and had a good chase for the Intercontinental Championship, and after that, he just well, what are we doing? Just kind of doing the same old thing. I wouldn't mind him going after that AAA Mega Championship, winning that. At least have him do something, or at least have him in a. I like this. It looks like he's going to get tied in with the Vision with Dragon Lee and Rey Mysterio. Maybe have them in a faction. Somebody, Doug, came up with the Lucha World Order. That wouldn't be bad. But I wouldn't mind just sticking with the Latino World Order. But Lucha World Order would be pretty sweet. Or Lucha Bros. Just do Lucha Bros and add Rey Phoenix in, and then having Rey Mysterio in there with Dragon Lee, Rey Phoenix, and Penta. That'd be a good rub for them to have Rey Mysterio in there with him, and he can kind of be the manager, so to speak, having a few matches here and there, but or in 8-man tag team matches, or team with Dragon Lee while Penta and Rey Phoenix team with one another. Something. I think that would be a pretty cool idea. Got to give Rey Phoenix something more meaningful with being in this group. They can compete with other tag teams, have Lucha Bros go out to the tag team titles, and we can get a Usos and Lucha Bros. We can get that. So, but as far as NXT goes, good show tonight, in my opinion. Good show. Solid B from me. And my favorite match was the Izzy Damon Tatum Paxley match. That was a really good match and a really good way to end the story. So story's not really ending, in my opinion. They're probably going to feud over that NXT Women's North American Championship, I think. So I'm excited for NXT next week. See what happens next week on NXT, and we'll see what will happen with this NXT World Championship. I just don't like vacating titles. I don't like that, especially if it's like the girl saying, we got to protect the wrestler. I mean, Oba Femi losing and putting over Leon Slater, how does that hurt Oba Femi at all? It won't. It won't hurt Oba Femi whatsoever. So I just disagree with this vacating the title thing. I don't like it. But that's my opinion. Let me know what y'all think. What do y'all think of NXT? What do y'all think of the NXT women's title match and even the men's title match with Oba Femi vacating the title. Let me know your thoughts. Let me know your thoughts in the comments. Like and subscribe. Like and subscribe to the YouTube. Follow me on X. Follow me on Instagram and TikTok. A great show tonight. And we'll see what happens next week. We got Dynamite tomorrow night. Solid show on that too. So get ready. More professional wrestling. Oh, and I got to catch NWA Power. Got to catch that one. But with that being said, love all y'all. Appreciate all y'all. And just remember, everyone, love professional wrestling. Have a blessed one. Good night.
From the first bell to the last stand, this is for every fan who loves it. I am Dr. Love, and this is Aaron Love's Wrestling. Yeah! Turn the lights on, hear the crowd ignite. Heartbeat pounds on a Friday night. From the territory days to the modern age, every ring's a war, from every match to every stage. I grew up on legends, I learned to believe in heroes, villains, the blood, and you can see the love I have. It is all on my sleeve, from Dusty Rhodes to Bright Marquee. Wrestling is in my blood, there's no hate in me. Hear the roar when the music hits, goosebumps when the champion appears. Every style, every fight, every ring, one love for the business. I am here to bring the love and the passion in every review. Aaron loves wrestling. AEW, WENWA, New Japan, TNA. It doesn't matter about the brand, I love it all. Aaron loves wrestling. My heart is in the ring. No walls, no wars, just the passion for the business that I bring. Aaron loves wrestling. One world, one voice, taking us higher. Monday Night Raw to Friday Night SmackDown, Saturday Night Main Event under the neon lights. NXT has the rising stars, the future is looking pretty bright. Dreams get built in every fight, from Wednesday Night Dynamite to Saturday Night Collision. New Japan battles, hearts on fire, from the Tokyo Dome to Arena, Mexico. In every zone, every style's a kingdom, every ring is a throne. Give away to AEW, every New Japan pride. TA line on the way, AWA on the road. Different banners, but the same love and passion pounding in us all. Aaron loves wrestling. Every brand, it doesn't matter about the three letters, from the local hall to the global star. Oh my God, that sound, when the entrance hits, we are all ready to start. Aaron loves wrestling, side by side. No tribal lines, just love for the business worldwide. This is wrestling. This is wrestling. Cuddy fights for the dreams of us all in red, white, blue. Hangman doesn't stay down, he is always fighting for redemption. Mox bleeds for the business, bringing out the passion in us all. Okada is the rainmaker, the money rains down with every title reign. Cena's never giving up the fight. Fear strikes in the heart of man when Undertaker appears. Sting is the vigilante that every villain fears. Legends will always be remembered, they never retire in our hearts. They will live on forever. From Flair to Michaels, from Hogan to Cena, from Omega's rise to acknowledging lanes. Different paths but the same damn ring, same damn love for professional wrestling. Say it loud, I love wrestling. Say it proud, I love wrestling. No hate, no tribalism, just love for the business until the end of time. You know the warriors on your chest. If you love this business, then you're the best. No keyboard warriors, no hate, no lies. Just respect when the warriors rise. From the curtain rise to the final pin, we all are chasing that moment when the bell rings. It's more than title belts, it's more than glory. It's our love for professional wrestling in every story. So pull your hearts up, it's all one love. Every fan's got a place. From The American Cowboy will always ride for this. Dr. Love will always share the love of professional wrestling. For every ring, every wrestler and every fan, one word, one passion, one truth that I'm confessing.